Guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x to the power of 4 minus 9 equals 0. So what I'm first going to do is I'm going to change x to the power of 4 to x squared to the power of 2. Because remember, an important property of exponents is that we have a to the power of m to the power of n. This is also equal to a to the power of m times n. So what I'm doing is I'm simply reversing this. I'm converting it back to its original form. So x squared to the power of 2 minus, I'm going to change 9 to 3 squared. And this is still equal to 0. Now, an important equation or expression that we have is a squared minus b squared. And a squared minus b squared, if you guys already didn't know, is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So a squared minus b squared can be written as a plus b times a minus b. So as you can see right here, what I've done is I've changed this equation to match it up with a squared minus b squared. A in this case, a is equal to x squared. And b is equal to 3. So we have x squared to the power of 2 minus 3 squared. And this is also equal to a squared minus b squared. So all we have to do is plug in a and b into our expression here, a plus b times a minus b. So a is x squared, so we have x squared plus b is 3 times x squared minus 3. So now this equals 0. And now this gives us two equations. We have x squared plus 3 equals 0 and x squared minus 3 equals 0. So for x squared plus 3 equals 0, we solve this right here, we're going to subtract 3 on both sides. So if we subtract 3 on both sides, we get x squared is equal to negative 3. Now, if we take the square root on both sides, we get x equals positive or negative square root of 3i. So this is actually two solutions because we have positive and negative. Now for x squared minus 3 equals 0, we're going to add 3 on both sides. So we get x squared equals 3. Now if we take the square root on both sides, we get x equals positive or negative 3. So now our four solutions are x equals square root of 3i, x equals negative square root of 3i, x equals square root of 3, and sorry, forgot to put that over here, and x equals negative square root of 3. So these four are our solutions. Guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have x squared minus 6 squared minus 6 is equal to x. And what I'm first going to do is I'm actually going to set a equal to x squared minus 6. So I'm going to set the variable a equal to x squared minus 6. And if this is true, and if we substitute in a for x squared minus 6, our equation would be a squared minus 6 is equal to x. So now if this is true, and let's say this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now I'm actually going to subtract both of these. I'm going to subtract x squared minus a squared. So x squared minus a squared. And what ends up happening is we get the result as a minus x. X squared minus a squared is equal to a minus x. So if we have something in the form m squared minus n squared, this can also be written as m plus n times m minus n. Meaning x squared minus a squared is equal to x plus a times x minus a and now if I add x on both sides, we would get plus x, and then if I subtract a on both sides, we would get minus a, and now because there's nothing left on our right hand side, we would simply have 0. So now I'm going to factor out x minus a from this. So x minus a times x minus a, x plus a times x minus a divided by x minus a is simply just x plus a. And x minus a divided by x minus a is 1. So we have x plus a plus 1. And this is equal to 0. So now this would actually give us two equations. We would have x minus a is equal to 0. And for this, if we add a on both sides, we simply get x is equal to a. And if x is equal to x squared minus 6, because remember, a is equal to x squared minus 6 and x equals a. That means x equals x squared minus 6. And if we subtract by x on both sides, so we get 0 is equal to x squared minus x minus 6. Now we have a quadratic equation, and this would actually be simplified to 0 is equal to x minus 3 times x plus 2, meaning our two solutions for x would be x is equal to 3 and x is equal to -2. However, there is still another equation. We still have x plus a plus 1 equals 0. So if x plus a plus 1 is equal to 0, that means that x is equal to, I'm going to subtract everything and move it to the right hand side, -a minus 1. And I'm actually going to plug in a. A is x squared minus 6. So this means x is equal to -1 times x squared minus 6 is -x squared plus 6 minus 1, and 6 minus 1 is 5. So we have -x squared plus 5. So now if we subtract x on both sides, we get 0 is equal to x squared plus x minus 5. And if we plug this into our quadratic formula, we get -1 plus or minus the square root of 21 over 2. So these are our two other equations. We have -1 plus the square root of 21 over 2 and -1 minus the square root of 21 over 2.